Hello, welcome to Age Friendly here on Shaw Spotlight. We're having anything to do with seniors, of course, is what our program is all about. And on the program today, we're going to be talking to Pam Gerrie, who is the Executive Director of the Alzheimer Society here in Thunder Bay. And we're going to finish our half-hour program with Randy Moore, who is the Chair of the Age Friendly Board of Directors. So Pam, you're up first, and we're going to talk about Alzheimer's. My question, though, to you is, I know that you're the chair of the executive director of the Alzheimer's Society, but there's another word that I want to bring in here, is the word dementia.
Yes.
And so when we talk about dementia and we talk about Alzheimer's, how does that relate together?
So Alzheimer's disease is a form of a dementia. So we've always said at the office, if you have Alzheimer's disease, you have dementia. But if you have dementia, you don't necessarily have Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is the most common form
of dementia.
Of a dementia, that's right. There's over 100 types of a dementia, whether that be vascular dementia, Lewy body, Pick's disease, frontal temporal. Those are the most common forms and types of a dementia, but Alzheimer's disease is the one that you hear of most. So dementia is an umbrella term.
Okay.
So there's all four different types of dementia. You can use the word CARS as the umbrella term. There's Ford, there's Chevy, there's Mitsubishi. They're all cars, but they're different types of cars.
So it's a car. So we have dementia in the various forms. I know. Why would you call your organization Alzheimer versus why wouldn't you call it dementia?
That's a great question because a lot of people, if they do call in to if they're curious about, getting some support, some supportive services, they'll call in and they'll say, well, I don't have Alzheimer's disease, I have dementia. And we support people with different forms of a dementia. So that has been a conversation on our table, that has crossed our table, that question on why we're not considered the Dementia Society opposed to the Alzheimer's Society.
And that's fair, but when you think of the umbrella organization, I guess it's the same as whether it's Ford or Chevy or whatever it is. Under cars, it's the same. You don't say cars and I get it. I get that. All right. But it's an interesting analogy when we think about it as to how that can be. Absolutely. So when we're talking about the Alzheimer's Society, let's go to that then. We know that it's under the dementia, but what does that mean for the community? You talked about a little bit about education and the services. So what do you provide to the community? So
we provide supportive services to a family or an individual who has a confirmed diagnosis of a dementia, whatever that looks like. We also accept people who have early signs of a memory decline, and we will go through the pre-diagnosis counseling. So we have a program called the First Link program, and that links families up to our supportive services. So family support, individual counseling, we have education sessions and also support groups to help guide that family through their journey and to customize the needs specifically for them on what their need is. So we take them on as early as possible, and anyone can refer to our society or to the Alzheimer's Society. You can do a self-referral, call in our office. Most times there are physicians, specialists, geriatricians at St. Joseph's Hospital that do refer in their patients. They feel that the family could use some more support. So that opens up the doors to our supportive services, which is our First Link program.
Right. I just mentioned, and I appreciate that, because I personally used the society used it. I didn't mean it in that context, but I contacted them because I have a friend that I caregive for that has dementia, not Alzheimer's, but a form of dementia. And I was seeking counseling. I needed counseling myself to find out how I counseled my friend, etc. So it was really important that I could just literally pick up the phone and say, help.
Absolutely. And the majority of our client base our care partners, because ideally the care partners have the harder jobs.
Correct.
They're caring for the person with the dementia. We're there to help answer the questions of, one scenario would be, why is my father, my dad, or my brother, my husband asking so many questions all the time? We're there to help clarify why they're asking so many questions, and really just to be an avenue of support and just to answer questions.
Right. Now, I brought a couple because when I was at the society, I picked up some of the material because it's really excellent. And this is about living safely with dementia, a resource guide. And then this is a little one about a helpline. So this is only like a small, like I just brought these two. There's so much more information you can get.
Yes, we have an abundance of pamphlets, resources. Our support staff can access any material needed to answer questions to help that family understand if there's some, there's some driving issues with a diagnosis of dementia, or if they need to seek out different community supports. We can get those reading materials or any material out there to help that family really understand what is available, and even make referrals out for those families. So ideally, we'd like to keep families in their homes as long as possible. We're not here to put people into long-term care homes. We don't really even suggest it. We want to keep people at home for as long as possible with the supports that we give and the information and education that we give, so that care partner can have that, use it, and help that person living with dementia.
When I was receiving some counseling and advice, to be quite honest, which was what it was about, is there also, so that's individual, is there also a chance to be with other people that have, family members, so like a support team that you provide for people?
Absolutely. We have support groups, and we have education sessions, which are considered, or they're called our learning series. And they're 5 different modules, and they're given to the families also as groups, and they're in time, in need learning. So it goes from the very beginning to Dementia 101 to end of life. And care in the later stages is what the last module is called. Those are available to registered clients who have sent in a referral, who have gotten a referral, they've had the first initial meeting with the support staff, and then those resources and supports are all available to that family.
Do you have to, I picked up the phone and called because I was really unsure of where to go. So it wasn't through a referral. I was very warmly received. So if you're a person at home and saying, my partner or my aunt or my grandmother or whatever might have some form of dementia, do you accept those calls? They don't always have to come through a referral.
Yeah, they don't always have to come through a professional referral, which would be a health service provider, doctor, nurse practitioner, a specialist. Anyone can refer. We consider that a self-referral. All right. And that is just as valid as a professional referral that comes in. So if we understand walking through our doors and picking up the phone and calling us to ask for help is very, very difficult. We get it. We get that caring for somebody with a dementia is very difficult. So we are absolutely going to respect that person and know that they're reaching out for help, and we're there to help them.
One of the things too, Pam, is the fact that it's not just the city of Thunder Bay. You have a district, like you are part of this whole district. So people can call in or phone in or be referred from all of the district of Thunder Bay?
That's correct,
okay.
Yes. Yeah, we have our catchment area is if you go west, it's just to Uppsala. And then if you go east, it's to Manitowaj. And then we have some northern communities as well. So that is our catchment area. And we do have a support staff that goes out and travels and supports families out in the region, out in our catchment area, and also educates the public and professionals if there is a need.
Right. And are the numbers increasing?
Absolutely. They're always increasing. There's over 2,900 people in Thunder Bay and the district who have a diagnosis of a dementia. We're an aging population, but right now, currently, there's over 282,000 people in Ontario with a diagnosis of a dementia.
Well, we'll leave it at that for this segment. Pam Gerrie is my guest, the Executive Director of the Alzheimer Society here in Thunder Bay, and will be as we return in a few moments. Well, welcome back to Age Friendly, and today we're talking about Alzheimer Society here in Thunder Bay, and Pam Gerrie is my guest. And Pam, one of the things that we talked about, all the things that dementia is the umbrella organization of which Alzheimer's is one of the components and underneath it. But there is a stigma sometimes that's related to dementia and Alzheimer's, I mean, because of it being under the umbrella. So how do you deal with that?
Well, stigma is one of our biggest barriers,
Yeah.
right? And bringing awareness to the forefront into our communities is probably our first step to breaking down those barriers. A lot of people think that when you age, you start to forget things. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a diagnosis of a dementia, and it's normal to forget things, mm-hmm. To misplace where you put your keys, to forget what area you've parked in at the grocery store. But it's not normal to forget that you even drove to the grocery store.
Right, that's the difference. Okay.
Right. So I think for Thunder Bay and some of the smaller communities around Thunder Bay, a lot of individuals think that it is it's a normal part of aging, and it's really not. Dementia is a degenerative disease, mm-hmm. and we just want to bring awareness to the community and let them know that it's okay. There are a lot of individuals who have a diagnosis of dementia, right. And they live well with it, and we're here to help guide that family or those families through the progression.
And it can, the whole. I don't know what you call it, the lifetime of dementia can be very long. You can stay at a level for a very long time.
That's right. That's right, exactly. So there's a lot of individuals who have dementia for 5, 10 plus years. Mm-hmm. And is it a progressive disease? Absolutely, right. It is. And will it get better? Unfortunately, it won't. But it doesn't have to be a scary diagnosis.
No, and you don't have to be afraid of it, and
No.
you don't have to, and you shouldn't be stigmatized because you have it as well.
That's right. And that's our job, is to get out there and educate the public, bring awareness to the communities, right. And let others know that it's not scary to walk through our doors. It's not scary to give us a call if there's a question. It's not scary to have a diagnosis of a dementia, and we're here to help.
And it can impact people at different ages as well. It's not just a senior necessarily, although that's where most of it is, but it can be at different ages as well.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So if it's under the age of 55, it's called early onset dementia.
All right.
And I really hate to say this, but there have been diagnoses of individuals in their 20s with a form of dementia. Mm-hmm. So that's a really early onset of a dementia. And when you are diagnosed, there is a chance it progressed earlier on if you do have a diagnosis of an early onset dementia. Right. The progression is a bit quicker because you're younger, whereas the older you get, your body tends to slow down a little bit. So the dementia progression could slower a little. Could slow a little bit. Yeah.
You have a society. You have to be funded. How do you do that?
Well, we fundraise. We are not fully funded by the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care or Ontario Health Northwest. We have to fundraise for for a percentage of our funds. Right. About 30 to 35% we have to fundraise. So it's not easy. Would we love to be fully funded? Absolutely. But we actually really enjoy our events.
So one of them, of course, and some of the people that we're going to talk about the fact is that you have a walk.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that. But how all of that, and some of the people, this program will be airing after the walk. But when is the walk? That's the first thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, May 27th, Saturday, May 27th is our IG Wealth Management Walk for Alzheimer's. And it's going to be our 29th year. And we're back in person this year. Our last in-person walk was 2019.
Right. Now, you used to have it so that it was at Intercity, but now where do you host it?
Yeah, so we host it at Prince Arthur's Landing,
Right.
which is the events area of Prince Arthur's Landing, the big field over by the washrooms and the playground. So we've been hosting it there since 2016.
Wow, that's a long time to be.
Yes.
So it's a great day, and you have entertainment.
Yes, absolutely. So
Right.
we have entertainment. We'll have some entertainment when the participants arrive. We're not fully confirmed the entertainment. We're still working on that,
Yeah.
the logistics of it. But we also have buskers in and around the pathway and the walkway.
Right.
And we're going to attempt to do the battle for buskers again this year. And that is if you're walking, you're participating in the walk, and you feel that there's one busker that is doing better than the other, then you can put in some of your loose change. And then the buskers will come back at the end of the walk, and we'll count up the money, and then the buskers will win.
If you wanted to register, can you do that now or?
Yes, yeah, registration
Okay.
is now open, and it's you can either call our office at 807-345-9556, or you can go online to www.walkforalzheimers.ca, and you can find the province and find the city, and you can join a team, make a team, or walk as an individual.
And one of the things I chatted with you before the program is the fact that you can, it's not only just a walk here in Thunder Bay, it's also one in Geraldton and one in Nipigon.
That's correct,
Right.
yeah. So on the same weekend of May 27th and 28th, we're going to hold two regional walks, one in Nipigon and one in Geraldton. Same basis of what we're doing, just on a smaller scale, and they'll both take place at the community centers.
Now, as I say, sometimes maybe some people are saying, well, this show will air after the walk is over, and I would have liked to have gone into it. Can I still donate? That's, I still would like to support the Alzheimer's Society, so can I still do that?
Yes, absolutely. We'll be taking donations until mid-July
All right.
for the walk. So if you know that there was an individual or somebody who was included on a team and you wanted to support them, didn't get a chance to, then you just call our office, and we will make sure that donation will go specifically to that team or the walk.
Right. When you talk about a team, help me a little bit. What does that mean?
So teams could be anywhere from two or more people who wanted to walk as a group.
Oh, okay.
And they can name their team. There's lots of companies or businesses in and around Thunder Bay, and also the region. Or even if it's just a group of friends that just say, hey, let's get together,
Yeah.
and let's walk as a group, and then we'll each individually get pledges, and then we'll bring it, and everyone will be able to sponsor the team.
So I often think of walks, and do you give out T-shirts that people get, or is that possible?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So we
Yeah.
have ordered T-shirts, and we have the week leading up to the walk. So starting on May 22nd, actually that's Victoria Day, so May 23rd, we'll have our office available and open. There's going to be a couple of days at night, like after work hours, that we will be available and open to participants if they wanted to drop off any pledges. They don't feel like carrying a large amount of money to the walk, then they can definitely come in that week, pick up their T-shirts, and drop off their money. But if you do have, we are limited with some T-shirts, so if you do have a T-shirt from the last in-person walk,
Right.
and it's still available, it still fits you, it's still good
Right.
after COVID, then we do suggest that participants should wear those, because we did limit the amount of T-shirts that,
Right.
that
Well,
we ordered.
and so if I decide I'm not registered, I can go that morning on May the 27th to register?
Absolutely, we're
Yeah.
not going to turn anyone away.
No.
If anybody wants to participate, then that's great. We will wholeheartedly accept people that morning, and we'll have some extra T-shirts there if there's still some
Right.
still available, and we'll accept any pledges if you have them.
And
on
you'll
hand.
have some food?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we'll have coffee, and we're just confirming some breakfast spots, and then at lunchtime, we're having Boston Pizza. They've
Oh,
so
this
graciously
is great.
donated
Yeah.
pizza for the participants at the end of the walk,
Yeah.
and we'll make a couple of announcements. And we also have an honoree family that we honor every year, and they're going to lead our walk.
Thank you very much. Pam Gerrie, my guest. So if you have an opportunity, if you're watching the program, May the 27th is the date. And if you don't, you can certainly donate afterwards. Thanks very much, Pam.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Well, welcome back to Age Friendly. Here we are talking about seniors, and one of the things that we're going to talk about is the fact that with Randy Moore, who is the chair of Age Friendly, the board of directors, is an organization, Randy, and you're coming on to say thank you to Shaw.
Well, I'm coming on first off actually to say thank you to you, Rebecca.
Oh.
I just want to say congratulations on completing your first year as host of the Age Friendly show on Shaw Cable.
Yes.
And I have a little something here I want to just present to you.
Well, thank you, Randy. I knew you'd had those ahead of time, so I love flowers. I never say no to flowers, so thank you for that. I'm just going to put them down here, though. Here we are. Yeah,
But you know,
thank you.
It's been a fantastic first year. You know, we couldn't do this without the absolute professional volunteer work done by the people here at Shaw. The quality of the show was fantastic, and the host has been amazing. And the quality of the individuals we've had on the shows has been fantastic as well. I suggest to anyone who hasn't seen all of the episodes, please, you can find them on YouTube. Just search Age Friendly Thunder Bay. Or you can actually go to the Age Friendly Thunder Bay website under resources, and all of the episodes are there. Please watch them. Fantastic episodes.
It's good information. You know, I think of the programs that we've had this past year, whether it was on elder abuse or volunteering or taxes, how do you do your taxes? It's been really good information for the community.
Falls prevention,
Yeah.
whether it's presentations from the 55 Plus Center or the Thunder Bay Public Library, or even from the District Health Unit and talking about nutrition. All episodes geared towards information that seniors in Thunder Bay really can use. And again, the first year's just been very impressive. 13 episodes already.
I know. So with that, Randy, is the fact that on the Age Friendly website, there is an opportunity to provide input into this program. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so again, I suggest to everybody, please visit the Age Friendly Thunder Bay website. There's so much information there where you can find out how to volunteer, become a part of any one of our many groups. We have subgroups that talk about aging in Thunder Bay, social isolation, transportation, elder abuse, or falls prevention. There's ways to volunteer. There's ways to leave information about the show or to view the show. Or anything else that Thunder Bay Age Friendly is involved in, whether it's any events or anything.
One of the things that when we started way back when, I guess we're into 14 or 15 years with Age Friendly.
14 years now.
14 years. The demographics in that whole sector are growing. There's more and more seniors in Thunder Bay.
Well, absolutely. And it's funny. We've been at Age Friendly Thunder Bay for so long now that when we created and looked at the graphics in 2009 when it started, we're actually living through those numbers now.
Right.
And we're seeing that the numbers were very accurate, and that there are now, in Thunder Bay, there are now people, more people over the age of 65 than there are under the age of 18.
So that's significant.
It
So
is very significant.
We really need to address the whole area and continue to address the area of older adults or seniors, however you want to define it.
Absolutely. And that's why if you'd like to get involved with Age Friendly Thunder Bay, I mean, we are a community stakeholder group advocating for seniors' rights and aging respectfully in the city of Thunder Bay. And there's a number of ways to get involved. So please visit our website and join in.
If I was watching the program today, could I just go on the website? Now, I might not have a computer, Randy, so how do I then do it? Because a lot of our seniors don't have computers. They're just really not on them at all.
Absolutely. There is a phone number that you can contact, and I don't have that
You don't
phone
need
number.
to remember. How do we get it? Through 211, for
You
example?
can call 211
Right.
exactly, and they have all the information. They have the contact information for our coordinator or myself, and don't hesitate to reach out and contact us either via phone or if you can get access to a computer, say at the public libraries or anything
That's
like
right,
that,
yeah.
please visit our website and contact us that way as well.
So how often do you meet?
So the board of directors itself meets once a month, if not more often, depending on what's happening. And our volunteers, we have a steering committee of over 60 organizations and numerous seniors that are involved in the community. We meet quarterly as well and discuss what's going on in the community and are always looking for ideas and direction.
One of the things that you often talk about, Randy, is the fact that you have a very enthusiastic, committed board of directors.
Yes, so I've been involved with a number of organizations in this community for anybody who's known me in the past. And I've dealt with a number of boards, and I have never in my life had a board so involved from end to end. There isn't a single board meeting where every single person doesn't have some input, some value to add, and I'm thrilled. It just makes everything so much easier when you have that level of commitment.
And there's no hesitation by people stepping up and undertaking some of the project work that you do as well.
Not at all, not at all. No, as a matter of fact, there's definitely no shortage of that. But on that note, we are always looking for individuals to always step in and participate as well.
Well, one of the things that we need to go back to the website is the fact that I want to identify for the 10th or for the first anniversary that you can provide input into future programming on the Shaw Spotlight.
Very much so, yes. We've had 13 episodes, and there isn't a shortage of ideas and concepts to move forward, but we are always looking for more ideas. So please go to the website if you can, or like I said, call us through 211 and give us some ideas.
Randy Moore, my guest, and from Age Friendly Thunder Bay, if you're interested, go to their website or give them a phone call. And if you don't know the number, which we're not going to get into right now, but you can certainly call 211 and they will provide you with the number for Age Friendly. So we'll finish our program, Randy, thank you very much, with our 1-minute exercise with Linda DePiero. And make sure that you get up and do whatever Linda is doing for the day for us for your exercise. And it's very important to stay active. So enjoy the moment. And Randy, thanks very much.
Thank you,
That was
Rebecca.
great.
Hi, I'm Linda DePiero, and today we're going to talk about balance. I'm going to show you some really effective exercise to challenge your balance and improve your balance. So we're going to do the tightrope twist. Your tightrope, one foot is behind, one foot is in front. Arms are raised. Start by rotating the upper body. Look forward to gain your balance. You're going to feel wobbly, and that's only natural. And then you're going to start to look at your backhand as you twist. This leg's going to take a lot of work, so it's going to become fatigued by the end, which is good. Tap in front, tap behind. This is your semicircle. Your arms can be on your hips or out to the side. Eventually, you don't want to tap. You want to just move this leg in through the air. Woo! All right. Now it is your swimming. So you're swimming, you're fluttering. Try to get your arms by your ears, stand on that same leg, and lift the other leg, adding rotation if you can. If not, just tap that toe down and keep fluttering. The scooping down is the next one, going into the hawk. Scoop down and lift. Try to reach forward with that leg without touching. Right? And then it is our lateral lean again. Lift, lean, hold, and breathe. Taking it down now. This leg should be fatigued. That's great. You've worked that leg isometrically to strengthen it, which is a double whammo with this exercise. So as we age, balance starts to decline. So it's important to keep up with these exercises. We have the visual system, right, with the eyes when you close your eyes. Vestibular system, that's the fluid and the crystals in between your ears, and the somatosensory, which is neurons from the brain, so you recognize touch, pressure, and temperature. See you next time.